Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be predicting the scores of week 3 of this 2022-2023 Championship season. As you can see, currently in the car on our way to the Carabao Cup first round fixture between Cardiff City and Portsmouth. This is, however, the Championship prediction show. Last week, top scorer was Big Bad Bob with a fantastic score. Congratulations, Bob. But leading the way after 2 rounds of fixtures is Mark Chapman, and Mark incidentally won last season's competition. So without further ado, let's just get on with business. So first up, on Friday evening, we've got the fixture between Watford against Burnley. Watford gained that 1-1 draw on Monday evening against West Brom, where Saha scored an absolute master goal from his own half. Absolutely superb before West Brom equalised. Coming up against Burnley team, I think they've won one and drawn one themselves now, I think. So in this one, I think it's going to be very tight there at Vicarage Road, but I'm going to go for the home side in this one, and I'm going to go for a 2-1 victory. Then we move on to the Saturday fixtures, incidentally, where myself and Nathan will be, where Cardiff City take on Birmingham at the Cardiff City Stadium. Cardiff, as you know, we were away on the weekend against Reading. There's a full vlog of that match on Nathan's channel, where Reading actually gained a victory over Cardiff there 2-1. Birmingham, I think they drew their fixture on the weekend. That's 1 win and 1 draw for them. So another tight one, this one. Don't think there'll be many goals. Cardiff not creating a whole lot of chances so far this season. This can be very tight, only 1 goal in it. So I'm going to go for a 1-0 home victory to the Bluebirds. We now move on to the 3 o'clock fixtures, where Swansea travel up to Blackpool. Swansea winless so far, and I think Blackpool won 1 and lost 1, I believe. I think they lost against Stoke on the weekend, didn't they? So Swansea, a lot of possession, not creating too many chances, or they're not actually putting the ball in the back of the net at the moment. Blackpool at home, where they won on the opening day of the season. So this one, I think it's going to be tight. I'm going to go for another 1-1 draw for Swansea. Next up, we've got Huddersfield at home against Stoke. Huddersfield currently rock bottom of the table, and Stoke, I think they actually beat Blackpool, if I can remember correctly, 2-0 last weekend. So in this one, I think Huddersfield will get their first points of the season, but I think it will be another tight one, and I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. Then we've got Luton Town coming up against Preston. Preston, last time out, I think they drew 0-0, didn't they? And Luton, they gained that creditable draw away against Burnley. I think this is another tight fixture, another tight match. They all seem to be in the Championship, but I fancy the Hatters at home, and I'm going to go for a 1-0 scoreline. Then we've got Hull, the Tigers, taking on Norwich. Now this is an interesting one. Norwich started the season terribly, haven't they? Loss against Cardiff and a draw against Wigan at home. So, but I fancy them to take all 3 points in this one. It's going to be a narrow victory, not many goals, and I'm going to go for a 1-0 away victory to the Canaries. Next up, we've got Millwall taking on Coventry. Millwall, I think they lost 2-0 last time out, and Coventry, all that controversy, which has seen them now, I think they've been deducted 3 points, so they are imminently going to be deducted 3 points, Nathan, is that correct?
No idea.
No, but
even though it's not their fault.
Not their fault. Well, it is at their ground, isn't it? So
yeah, that they don't own.
That's right. So I think Millwall at home, very strong at home, aren't they? I'm going to go for a 2-1 victory to the Wall in this one. Next up, we got Rotherham coming up against Reading. Rotherham, okay, they've done okay so far, you could say, in the table. I think they've drawn their opening fixture. Reading, resolute on the weekend, even though they have got plenty of injuries, but going forward they look fairly decent. Shane Long with his first goal back at the Royals with a penalty. So I think Reading are going to sneak this one, and I'm going to go for a 1-0 away victory to Reading, although it could end up in a draw. Next up, we got Sunderland, the Black Cats, coming up against QPR. QPR last time out, beating Middlesbrough at home 3-2. I think they were 3-0 up in that fixture as well. It's going to be very tight up there in the northeast. Middlesbrough, I think they've drawn one and lost one so far this season. Not the best starts for Borough. I think there'll be goals in this one, and I'm going to go for Desmond's. I think this is going to end up 2-2. Next up, we got Wigan coming up against Bristol City. Bristol City, surprisingly enough, plenty of goals, but they haven't recorded a single victory this season. Wigan at home, creditable draw away against Norwich. So I'm going to go for a 2-1 victory to the Latics in this one to continue the Wurzels' misery. Moving on to the Sunday fixtures, we've got Middlesbrough coming up against Sheffield United. Middlesbrough, as I just mentioned, torrid start to the season. Sheffield United gaining their first victory on the weekend. I think it was their first victory, wasn't it? Another tight one, this one. Won't be many goals in this one, but I think the Blades are going to come away victorious. And I'm going to go for a 1-0 away victory to Sheffield United. Next up, we got Blackburn taking on West Brom. Blackburn, the only team in the division with a 100% record. A very good victory over Swansea at the Swansea.com stadium, whatever it's called, last time out. And West Brom gaining that 1-1 draw against Watford. Another tight one. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw in this one. I think Blackburn they won't lose, but I think it'll end up in a draw 1-1. So those are my predictions for week 3 of this 2022-2023 Championship season. Make sure you leave your predictions over at the Super Brew website. I'll leave a link in the description, and I'll leave the code there as well. And I'll see if I can get it on the screen as we speak too. Thanks for everyone who has joined the league as well. But as I said, head over to superbrew.com, join in the fun, see if you can climb up the table. Let's see if we can all claw back that lead on Mark Chapman as well. But thanks for joining me. Hopefully Cardiff will win this evening, and I'll see you all next time in the next video, which will be the Premier League predictions.